I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. So we're back once again with the upper bracket quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an incredible match of Truerippers going up against the side of Velocity. I'm really going to be excited for this one, but hey, once again, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by the Universe. Hey, normally it was Salty, then it was Quaid, and now we're back to the Universe. Like, come on. He's my second main man. Sorry, you're not going to be my first, because otherwise Salty's going to be jealous. So, Universe,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about... Yeah, first one is Assassin. We can't really forget about that. Okay, Universe, how are you feeling about this matchup as they head on down over to today's fixtures?
I think that this is a game that we really need to expect as a full-out, blown, action-packed match, just because of the fact that Velocity is one of the titans of the scene, and Truerippers, who have come onto the scene. Well, they started off as a bunch of five guys who just want to play together. Who came in from different genres of the game, or different genres of the same game, FPS, games, but they came here, they became so big, and right now Truerippers are knocking on the door of tier 1 Valorant scene, right? And they've beaten so many people, they've beaten so many good teams, and they've become a great team themselves. So this is an interesting match for sure. Velocity haven't really been on the top of their game in the last couple of days, I believe, because they've, instead of finishing up matches 2-0, they've been giving away their first map for some odd reason in some of their series, which I'm not quite sure if it's a good thing, because it could mean a slip up is possible, but they always recover because it's all about the longevity in their game. Because if it's a BO3, you can always expect Velocity Gaming to make a comeback.
Yeah, that's the thing. Velocity, in a way, they always like to give away that first map. It feels as though like they should win out the first map. And the thing is that Haven is no longer their best map as well. Statistically, they've been losing out on Haven consistently throughout all of their tournaments. They have not been able to win at Haven even once, and they were known as the Kings of Haven. No one could beat them, especially the King of Haven himself, being Deathmaker. Whenever he was on the server, he's always the one top bragging, but that's not really the case anymore. Feels like all of the other teams, they're catching up to them. And hey, just as you should be catching up to the Amazon Great Indian Festival by clicking on the link in the description below, Universe is like, oh my god, the segue man. Come on, he's doing it right now. He's checking out the links. He's now going down there on the description. He's going to be checking out all of the incredible deals. I got an incredible deal on my HyperX solo cast. I joined the Universe squad. He also has one himself. So, in that sense, you guys could just get one for yourself as well. HyperX is giving offers with up to 55% off on a lot of their different products. You don't want to miss any of that. And then check out, if you do type in Amazon Gaming, you're going to get an extra 5% discount. And with so many discounts adding up and some of the products even going on for bigger sales, some are going 60 and 70, there's a lot of things that the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale has to offer. Link down below in the description. Go check it out. See what suits your fancy for the next big upgrade. But for now, what's going to be suiting our fancy is the match of Velocity versus Truerippers. The map video is going to get prepped up and ready here, ladies and gentlemen. And as it is getting prepped up, we're going to be heading straight onto the video screen and see exactly what these teams are going to have in store for us. And right off the get-go, it's the map of Haven. Why is it that... Okay, Universe, tell me honestly, how many times have we seen this video when Velocity plays? Everyone is picking Haven against Velocity, and somehow they're gonna win that. Velocity wins Breeze, and then the third map, my hands are up in the air, and I'm just thinking, who's gonna win this?
Honestly, have no idea. To be honest, I want to see if Velocity can actually handle Truerippers on Haven. They picked Haven for a reason, and we all know what that reason is. Velocity have been thrown off their game on this map, and they've been losing it for quite a while now, and that's not really a good thing, because even if they have Breeze, I'm pretty sure Velocity don't really want this to go to a third map, because Split is something that I'm pretty sure Velocity will be totally comfortable with. But I think they should be tired of things going to third maps now, because with the stature of their quality, they should be able to finish things off with Haven and Breeze itself. But Haven has kind of slipped away from their hands, and they really need to think things through as to how they approach that map, on their defensive side again, because that's where actually they've lost most of their rounds. So, well, Breeze is a map that we all know they will pick up with almost no problem whatsoever. Even if, Truerippers give them a fight, Velocity Gaming has Breeze in their hand. At least that's what I believe. Haven, I'm honestly not sure at all. I would say it's more in the favor of Truerippers than it is in the favor of Velocity.
Haven, yeah, I completely agree with you. Considering Velocity's track record, that map, it's even if Velocity take it to a 12 and 12, I have a feeling that Truerippers are going to be able to take it away. That's how inconsistent I believe that Velocity is as of currently on the map of Haven, but on Breeze, you know for a fact that they're going to have a really dominant victory. Breeze, a map where they are very well known for at this point. This is their best map. This is the map where they're the most comfortable in. And this is the map where they can perform to the best of their own capabilities. But the thing is, right up till the very end, Velocity are going to take Breeze. But the thing is about Split. Okay, so Split as a map. I personally do believe that if Amaterasu is available, they should be able to take Breeze away and even take Haven away. But without the brains of Amaterasu on their side, are they going to be able to perform as well? Is going to be the real question. We don't really know if Amaterasu is playing. We're going to be jumping into the agent select, and then we're going to be finding out. But before that, what do you think on Split in particular? I know for a fact that Truerippers, they're such a rambunctious group that they can just rush on down into a side, use their raw mechanical skill, and just demolish anyone. But this is not just anyone. This is Velocity. Velocity, they have really good crossfires, they have really good setups, and of course, they have cracked out aim with the best aim in the entire country, pretty much. And in that sense, Rippers, they also need to employ their own strategies. But on Split, knowing their tendencies and their track record, I believe they could falter a little bit, and Velocity, they could pounce on those mistakes being made by Truerippers to get the edge on their favor, and then just push the third map into a 2-1 scoreline on their face.
I think that on Haven particularly, there has to be a change of. I want to say I don't I want to say composition, just because of the fact that the last time they played, Amaterasu usually goes for the breach, right? Now he's been sticking to
Yep.
that breach, and I think that breach and jet combo is really important, especially on a map
Mm-hmm.
like Haven. And Amaterasu fills that role in perfectly, and he's not been there for a bit now. And because of that, I think there is a little bit of a uh, disruption in the team composition, because I think Deathmaker, he has to play on his own, even though there's a Sky available, even though Vibor is stepping in. The Sky, as much as you would expect that, she is going to be as good as it is. Breach and Jet are a whole different duo. They're a dynamic duo that work in, concession with each other, because the fault line is just so good. It covers so much area. It's more than how much the Hound can go and stun somebody, right? It can stun a
Yep.
lot of people at the same time, and that kind of helps Deathmaker to dash in, find those kills, get right back out. It all works, even with the flashes and everything, the rolling thunder. So it is an opportunity that I think Velocity are not getting because the Matarasu is not around. But that doesn't mean to go to say as far as you can think that they're still not as good, because Vibor with the Sky is just as potent. Well, he's individually really talented, as we all know. He helps out his team in the best way possible. But the only thing that I think Velocity needs to consider right now is how to stop Paradox, because that guy
Yeah, dude.
is probably going to tear through everything and anything at this point.
Especially if they pick up their own breach. Paradox, he's just gonna have a field day. He's been running around way too much, flicking people out of existence. But the thing is, Paradox is a player. It takes him a little bit of time to, wind himself up, especially now that it's morning. A lot of the players have not been playing throughout the entire day. Some of them have their exams as well. So, yeah, how much has Paradox played? Did he wake up at like 8 a.m., did all of his drills, and now he's here playing for this matchup? Or did he just catch up and just woke up, went to the shooting range, and just killed a couple of bots, and now they're jumping into a game against Velocity? We really do need to see, because Paradox, he's that type of player that needs to wake up on the right side of the bed to just hit every single one of his shots. And thankfully, he wakes up on the right side almost every single day. But is today going to be an off day? Because against Velocity, if it is, and if Velocity win the map of Haven, I honestly will say this is 2-0 scoreline. There is no way that Truerippers are going to be able to take away the map of Breeze. But just as I said this, the cruel mistress herself, the Caster's Curse, is going to come in, and she's going to slap me in the face and be like, yo, what did you say? Velocity are going to win the map of Breeze? I don't think that's going to happen. With all these factors coming into play here, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? What do you expect to happen here moving on down the line? Because in my eyes, I'm saying that this could just be a 2-1 scoreline going in the favor of Velocity because of their track record on Split. But in a way, Rippers, they could easily take this on a 2-1 as well. I'm not saying it's a 2-0 at all, because the last time I said it was a 2-0 for Velocity, they lost out on Haven, and then immediately all hell broke loose on the other maps as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 2 either. I think Split is definitely in the works here. We have to consider what exactly is going to be, the whole storyline until Split, because that's the only thing that's possible here, I think. Unless out of nowhere, Velocity just, turn up the flames, come out of nowhere. Haven's their game now, and they finally win it. Who knows? This probably could be the end of the losing streak on Haven, right? So I just need to consider that, if they are losing on Haven, why not ban it in the first place? right? You would want to try and get an advantage in terms of how you want to try and play out maps, but if you're giving away the one map that you're constantly losing out against yourself, then you really need to make sure that you don't let that happen. And even if that map comes up, maybe you got to have a stronger hold on the way that you played out, because Truerippers is a team that you simply cannot take lightly.
Truerippers, if you give them a moment of hesitation, if you give them a moment to find out where exactly the kinks in your armor actually are, then they're just going to pounce on top of it, and they are going to make sure they exploit it to the best of their own capabilities. And that's how Trueripper plays on the map of Haven. Raw, fast aggression. They don't even stop for a single second. And even on the defensive side, you can see them just running around all over the place. They're like little cockroaches that you just can't kill. You try to whack-a-mole one of them, and they run it away with 120 damage, and they swing around the second corner, then kill the guy who's pushing from A short. And then you're like, wait, didn't I just see him on mid? How is he on A short already? That's kind of how Truerippers play. They're like constantly running around the entire map. They're not stationary at one position. That's what the Truerippers are known for. But the thing is, at the same time, Truerippers, they also drop the ball heavily when it comes down to the map of Haven. They have a tendency of looking like the best team in the entire world on Haven. And then suddenly 2 matches later, they're just like Pepegas running around all over the place. It does happen, though. All of the top caliber teams, they're going to have good days, they're going to have bad days. And for both of these teams, they're both tier 1. Let's just see what they're going to be capable of here. I wish I could see a couple of the cams from the players as well, because Paradox, he likes to put on a little bit of a show. He constantly likes to dress up. But it's not going to happen, sadly, for this one. But maybe moving on down the line on future tournaments, why the hell not? And hey, if you want future tournaments like this, and maybe if you want the player camps, go ahead and check out the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale. Support all our sponsors, because if you don't support us, how are we going to be giving you so much jazz that you see in front of your screen right now? All the links down below in the description. Get yourself the next fancy product, because the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale is not going to be coming for one more year, ladies and gentlemen. If you miss out on the opportunities now, it's not going to be coming back for quite a while. I missed out on my opportunities last year. This year, I know, I didn't miss out on anything, man. I got myself a new mic. I joined the Universe Club. And hey, I'm sounding really fly myself. But a little bit more about the compositions. Okay, a little bit more about the compositions later, but first of all, we're going to be heading on down over into a short break, and we'll be back with you real shortly after a message from our sponsors. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. We are back once again, jumping straight into the matchup. We're not going to be dilly-dallying for way too long. Teams are going to be picking up their agents while we talk you right through them. Sadly, we don't have a screen for it, but hey, our voices are more than enough to give you a visual representation of what's really going on. So, Map of Haven, it's going to be that. But the thing is, once again, there is no Matarasu. It's a Vibor again subbing in. And without that breach on the map of Haven, I personally do believe that we're going to be seeing a little bit of a struggle from Velocity. Are they going to be able to push themselves forward? Are they really going to be able to take it forward onto that next step? We don't really know, because the thing is, with a lot of the recent nerfs to Sky, there's a reason why Breach has been moving up in the meta so heavily. Breach is just a lot more of an easier character to use. He also has a little bit much more of a stronger ultimate. Yes, you're not getting as much information as you would if you had a Sky, but the raw power that the Breach brings down to the table is just more than enough to make up for a lot of the smaller things that the Sky can do. So in that sense, if you're a really good Breach player, then you can just get away with a lot more. But now for the side of Truerippers as well, they have their own substitute with Bones playing in. So in that sense, both of these teams are playing with their substitutions, and they don't really have the primary players on their side as well. One Tap God not playing today, so is it gonna cause a little bit of an issue for Truerippers to try and win out on this match? Because Bones, yes, he's an incredible player. I'm not gonna be saying anything about him because he has proven himself over and over again to be a godly player. But now Truerippers are going in for something a little bit spicy, universe. A Sage on Haven?
I mean, I really I wouldn't say no to Sage, but I think that in a lineup where you got Sky and Sova, you'd probably want to go for another controller, or at least a Sentinel that is a little bit more stronger. But it looks like Sage is something that Bones is a little bit more comfortable with, so just gonna have to wait and see how it goes along.
You know what else is going along right now, universe? It's gonna be the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale. Yeah, we are not gonna be going anywhere with that. Amazon's gonna be there all the time here throughout the entire tournament. But at the same time, you gotta remember something: that the deals for the Amazon Great Indian sale change pretty much on the daily. You don't want to miss any of that. Just like we're gonna be heading on down over into the game so that we don't miss any of the action. All the links down below in the description. Check it out. See what suits your fancy for your next big upgrade, because we got a lot of incredible deals on the biggest of brands. We're not going to miss it out on a damn thing. But for now, we're going to be jump straight into the game. And universe, I want your opinion on this. Truerippers picking up a Sage and not really a Cypher or a Killjoy. Their flanks are wide open, and they need to put the Sage in the back or maybe a Sova in the back to just watch out for the flank routes. And the thing is, they're gonna need to take gunfights to force the flank to run back. Normally with a Killjoy, you just place a turret, you just place a Cypher tripwire if you're playing a Cypher, and it's done. They're not gonna push you anymore most of the time, and they're gonna get discouraged from doing so. But now, you need to use your own body, and you need to take a gunfight. And in that gunfight, there's a 50-50 chance that you're just gonna get one tapped out of existence.
You have to consider the fact that Velocity, their track record on Haven's been gone far down from where they usually have seen their standards to be. And unfortunately, we just have to think about how Velocity can actually counter this, because they've shifted up the roles. Now you can see Vapor's playing the Tova, while Right to Ace is playing the Sky. Marzel is playing the Killjoy. So they have shifted up their entire strategy. Not quite sure if it's going to work out for them completely, because Vibor on the Sova, I mean, we've seen him play different agents, but I'm still not that convinced as I would like to be.
Let's just see. Vibor, he is a very versatile player, so he can pull off a lot of incredible feats, but it's a little bit on and off, hit or miss, because the way that they play Vibor, I don't know, man. Like, I know for a fact that Marzel's not going to be the one to pick up the Sova. He always likes to play that Killjoy, or if he's going to be playing anything, it's going to be that secondary duelist. So, I understand what Velocity is currently going through, but double initiator with Vibor, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but at the same time, Deathmaker, He just spots out the little cavalry peeking him from the side of mid window. He's gonna get scared out of his boots because of that, but still, good shock darts from the side of Vibor. One on his left, one on his right. Vibor needs to push out, but Vibor's not gonna be able to survive. Paradox just runs it straight inside of the smoke to take him down, and Bones shuts down Marzel as well on towards the back of sight. 2 versus 4 already, and we just started the game here, man. And it's already done and dusted, seemingly.
Yeah, this round's pretty much over. LF, as long as he can probably pull out something out of the blue, it's not going to be that easy. Right to Ace. Gets 1 kill, is looking for more, and he will get it.
Never mind. Never mind.
All right, here we go. But Paradox comes in the backstab, and Hellas actually got Relic. So now it's a 1v1, and he's going to stick it. No, he's not. He comes off his G-Fuse. He's looking for the kill, LF, and he's going to get it. And Velocity win the pistol. How did that happen?
This is why you never count out Velocity somehow, in some way, shape, or form. That was a 2 versus 4 situation, and they just won everything out here. And I personally do believe that Bones missing out on a couple of those shots there on towards the face or right to Ace just pretty much broke apart the entire round. Hey, a little bit of a slow start to the morning. It's completely fine. Just warm yourself up, just shake the hand. Just try to calm down the adrenaline and then go in for that rush together as a squad. That's how you should be playing. That's how it should be working out for you. Well, let's just see. First initial round going in the favor of the side of Velocity. A really good start for them because Velocity as a squad, they're not really known for their pistol rounds. So the fact that they were able to get it, that's a good sign right off the get-go. 1-0. They're making it work. They're taking it slow. They're taking it steady. But with the fast rush coming on down towards that A side, Velocity, will this slow and steady approach help? Are they going to be able to mow them all down? Is now the real question.
We're gonna find out. Deathmaker and Right Choice already found 2 each. Make that a 3rd one, 4th one. Make that a Right to Ace and Deathmaker cleanup round over here. The Ace had held on really tight. Nobody even allowed to come in. No casualties whatsoever. And the round that Velocity will be taking for the best of times. They want flawlesses across the board, and if they would want it, they'd probably they'd probably want to get it every single round, but well, obviously that's not possible. So 2-0, we start off pretty easy for Velocity, at least apart from the pistol. They had to struggle a bit, but they made it work. And if they continue with this pacing, they're probably gonna have a better time on probably this iteration of their Haven fight than the previous ones, as the buy comes in for the side of Truerippers. Velocity actually gained a lot of map control thanks to Deathmaker. Look at this now. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, Deathmaker, he's holding down really far ahead, but what he doesn't know is that Garage is being attracted really heavy right now.
Oh, dude, Deathmaker, this is a mode out for him.
Oh, he found 2. He dashes away. That's all he needed for his team. Here come out the Seekers from the other side, though, and Paradox is going to be finding the first kill. There is a trade that comes in through the smoke, through the wall, and here comes Right to Ace pushing up with his teammates. He gets another, and Truerippers are actually being ripped apart here in a buy round that I really expected them to win.
Remember what I said about the Sage being a pretty big problem when it comes down to holding down flank routes?
Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking of, yeah.
Walked in from C-Log and just took everyone now. That's kind of the thing. This is an easy round for Marzel. He has full control of the A-Lone side lane. Nothing really to talk about there. It's just Marzel doing Marzel things. But once again, why is no one watching C-Long? If you don't have a Cypher, you need to have one person watching that angle. You need to have one person watching that corner. And it feels like the side of Truerippers, they kind of winged it a little bit too much when it came down to their composition. And they could just be suffering a lot on the attacking side of Haven. Haven is one map where not having a Sentinel is even worse in comparison to all of the other maps. You can get away with not having a Sentinel, but on this map, if you don't have that, oh boy, you're gonna be in for a world of hurt. Oh, I'm not gonna check him.
Oh, they did! But he still gets away! No, Deathmaker! No way, he even damages the 3rd and gets him down to less than half HP. And there's nothing Truerippers can do about what just happened. He so easily got away with 2 kills, Deathmaker. 2-for-1 trade, never a good thing ever. And now in a 3v4, they've got players lingering on behind them. They've got players lingering on in front of them. And they're just getting picked on now. Like, Velocity are bullies at this point in the first 4 rounds at least.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, man. This is
Or he's just swinging out, man. Ooh, Masters. He's gonna be good for 1 kill, but that's the only kill that he's probably gonna get. Helev's gonna be the one holding down a very cheeky corner. Gets a shot on towards the side of Master through the wall. 4-0 on the scorecards, and another run on the board for Velocity. And Velocity, they're starting off the map with a pretty strong lead for their side. 4-0, really good for them, but at the same time, they cannot get way too comfortable because now Paradox, he pulled out his own operator to try and go up against Deathmaker because he knows that Deathmaker, it's his time to just try and use an operator to go in for a sneaky peek on his own accord. But Deathmaker's peeking from the side of Garage. If this peek works, he could either kill Bones or get a good chunk of information or just die horribly, which is gonna happen. Deathmaker, he's holding a very tight angle though. This tight angle's gonna work for them because Deathmaker gets a beautiful kill on towards the face of Bones. Good chunks of damage being given as well on towards the face of Paradox. He's gonna be running on away, but another kill is required by Deathmaker. But Helep, he's gonna be getting away with murder.
Are you kidding me?
He gets 2. He's gonna get 3, but no, Helep. He panics under the pressure. He's just not gonna be able to find it, but still deals a good chunk of damage on towards the face of Masters and also spots out the Astra. All information being given away. They know exactly where the attackers are. They can position accordingly and play their cards really slowly as well.
Oh, Vibor. Of course he does. Of course he gets that kill almost too easy. For Velocity, it looks like, at least at this point, Vibor's cleared up most of the angles. He's not going to be spotted out. Master. He's going to look towards the other side, but Marzo's popped out of Garage to find his kill. And it is a 5-0 start for Velocity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is much, much, much better from Velocity. I genuinely think if they had lost that pistol round, this wouldn't have been the case. I think Truerippers would have probably gone ahead with, I don't know, a 4-1, maybe a 3-1 scoreline. You know, at least that's what I would have expected. But I think that pistol round win, 2v5, was the kind of push that they needed. And they're going to have an amazing, amazing start on the map of Haven.
Additionally, they're in a pretty good spot, but now it's Paradox's turn. He's going to be going in for a swing. He has a Sheriff in his hand. He's lying to go in for something cheeky with that Sheriff, but that's not how it's going to be working out for him. Take it slow, take it steady, because they're trying to push into a side where Deathmaker's holding down with an operator. This operator's going to be holding Paradox really well. I don't think that Paradox has a dash, does he? Wait, he doesn't, but he walks away, Deathmaker. He's not going to be holding that angle. He tries to go in for a jump peek, and he's going to let Paradox walk away. But now it's all up to Marzel. Marzel straight around the corner. He's going to be able to one-on-one of the players. And Marzel, a little bit of a scuffed spray, but still he goes in for the kill regardless. He's going to be able to find out 3. He wants his 4th, but that's just not going to happen. Marzel with a defensive hold on that Killjoy is going to be the one to take them all down. Good shots from their side, and it's going to be 5-0, sending it over down to a 6-0 with a flawless round of boot as well.
A beautiful take from Velocity yet again. 6-0 up. This is not something that any of us expected. And damn. Honestly, I am as proud of this team because, well, they have done a great job of bouncing back. They've changed up their compositions. Vibor playing that Sova. We know he plays pretty much every single agent in the game. Vibor is that kind of a guy. You give him any agent, and this guy will feed you with information, kills, and value. And it looks like it's gonna work out for them pretty great here. Deathmaker yet again with the first blood. Gonna find Crosshair. That is one initiator taken out of the picture. Vibor's looking for information, and he's gonna get a lot of it as soon as he moves. Okay, he did not really get to do that. Got spammed down, but Deathmaker's gonna find value. A third? No, it's not gonna be the same. Bones actually went for the revive, but he's gonna get denied. Marzo pops out again from Garage, and it's gonna be Relic in a 1v4. Aggressive. What the hell is happening?
I have the spike.
How are Truerippers being pushed back so much? An aggressive team like Truerippers should be able to easily take on the side of Velocity at least for a couple of rounds, but 7-0 is, I mean, at this point you consider the scoreline, you probably would want to see a little bit of a extra bit of drama, a little bit of extra forceful buybacks that come in from Truerippers that try to help them maybe win one round at the very least. But here,
Hardly
no
any,
matter
man.
what they buy, no matter what they come up with, no matter what they're trying, I don't see the same Truerippers. They're not being as aggressive as we saw them in the first round. They rushed in straight towards B. After that, they've just been so mellowed down and slow. I hope this round is not like that because Deathmaker yet again on this position.
Oh,
It's going to be
no.
of the dangerous value, but he's taking that early on. And here they go. This is the fighting chance that they needed, and they're trying to capitalize upon it. This is the only way that they get it, but look at this velocity defense.
Down A.
So good. Right to Ace aboard the crossfire. Almost picture perfect here. And that smoke, even though it's not that great from LF, it kind of worked out in the favor of velocity.
One enemy
And they're just gonna take down every single person in sight. LF will get flashed by his own teammate, but it doesn't even matter. Right to Ace is here for cleanup duty, and 8-0 we go. Velocity Gaming, what the hell did you do this time around on Haven?
Well, they had a pretty good breakfast in the morning, I personally would say, because at this point, Truerippers, the compositional disadvantage is costing them quite heavily. The thing is, the Sage is good, yeah, but you need to have someone watch the flanks. The thing is that Truerippers, it feels as though they're just running into sites. That's literally what it feels like. They're just running into sites, trying to figure out if hey, maybe we can go in for a kill, maybe we can find something here. And then suddenly they get slapped by a couple of bullets from the other side and they're just like confused. Just like this. Paradox. He's just running in, dude. What is happening? I understand this is the eco round, but they're just running. Bones is gonna be gone for one kill, but still immediately Right to Ace is gonna be able to shut down one. Flex onto the other face, and he's gonna be able to shut down Masters as well. It's already done, dude. I have no idea what Truerippers are trying to do here. I understand it's an eco round, but still it's 8-0. You need to make these eco rounds count.
9-0. It's... I don't know what they ate for breakfast.
Look at the money. Look at the money on Velocity, man.
Everybody has everything and anything except for Marzel. He's the only one in 4,500 creds, but even that's... I mean, they've got literal buy for days. They can buy until the end of this half if they want, even if they lose out the next 3 rounds. But it doesn't look like it so far. They're doing everything they can to overturn... I don't know. I wouldn't say it yet, but if you jinxed it right now, my friend, the Caster's Curse, I think Velocity will have a lot of words for you. But for now, he's going straight in, and here it comes. The Hunter's Fury actually gonna hit one. Looking for his whip.
We got before. It's away with bird. This is a before for you. Imagine not liking it so much. Before it's like I'm gonna be showcased to exactly what I can do. Deathmaker swings out, gets another one for himself. Deathmaker with his third. This is not how it's supposed to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 10-0 on the scorecards. The amount of damage being done by Velocity is insane. How are they getting away with this? And the thing is that the rounds are not even close. They have 4 people alive and they're just mowing them down like the weeds in your lawn, pretty much. Like they literally turned on a lawnmower and they're just rushing over the side of Truerippers. This is not how it's supposed to go. This is not the Truerippers that we know and love. They can do so much more, but none of that is happening, and I don't know why. It feels like Truerippers, they have a massive disconnect, and is it because of One Tap God not being present? Because normally when One Tap God is around here, it's a little bit more systematic, but the systematic plays are just not existent, and Relic swings out.
Oh, Paradox, he's made his way onto the side, so that's a good thing, at least for now. They've got a 5v5 on their hands, and that is the only advantage they've had in this entire game. But here it comes. They've thrown in that Killjoy ultimate, and now they've got the Hunter's Fury in response. Paradox finds LF, and that's going to be the first step towards the first round. Crosshair finds 2. He's finally got on the scoreboard, and this is finally a round for the boys of Truerippers to find 10-1, but still, this is a little too late of a response, at least what I feel, because if you want to respond against Velocity, it better not be after 10 rounds of you losing, because after that, they're just going to make you pay. This is probably going to go 11-1 now, and if it does, Velocity only need a pistol for the next half, and if they get that, game over.
The Kings of Haven back? That's the real question, but the thing is that you need this 10-2. You just cannot fight for an 11-1, especially when you consider that the pistol round wins from the side of Velocity are a little bit more prominent. They got a pistol round clutch on a 2 versus 4. And after that, they're going to be feeling themselves. But at the same time, Marzel, he's going to be the one swinging out. He's not going to be able to do out much. But still, right to Ace and Hellfire, they're still alive.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, that spray transfer was beautiful. He just knew what was up, and before he's right on the back end, and he's like, oh, hello there, my twin brother. Do you think that you're gonna be able to survive? I don't think so. 11 and 1 on the scorecards, and just as the round started, you snap your finger and half the server's already dead. 4 versus 0, and Velocity, they take it to an 11-1 scoreline. Oh my god, Velocity, this is absolutely insane. This is what happens when the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale has a lot of incredible discounts, ladies and gentlemen. Velocity, they want to end this match as quickly as they possibly can so they can jump in on their phones, check out all the incredible deals, and get them something really fancy as well. Because last round, they had too much money. They saved it all up, put it in the bank, and now they're going to be checking out the sale, just as you guys should as well. Links down below in the description. Make sure to click on it, get yourself that next big upgrade. And Universe, I'm handing you the mic because my segue was too good.
I'd give that a 7 on 10. Yeah. A 7, maybe a 7.5, but yeah. Fair enough, because, you know, the products are great, so I'm going to give you that. But now, Velocity on the attack, looking towards C. They've got openings, they've got one death already. Oh, that's interesting. Death Maker goes. And this is Truerippers trying to just absolutely demolish Velocity on the pistol. Comeback possibility, never too far away. Never.
Start. Good stuff.
Thrown out of the window. 11-2. First start of the round. First good win. They are going to be taking that any day of the week, twice on a Sunday. And this time, they need to make sure it counts. They need to win these rounds. They need to win them back to back. And they need to win them as many as they can, because Velocity are in a position where they can lose even 7 rounds in a row and not care about it.
Just in a pretty good spot. Taking it slow, taking it steady. What are you gonna do here? How are you gonna be the ones to survive? Velocity. It's an eco round for them. They don't really need to do anything other than get a little bit of damage at the bare minimum. Crosshair, though, he's playing with fire. If he did die there, that would have costed him. Bones, he needs to get a kill, and he's going to be the one to find it. But does get taken down to really low levels of HP. No more armor for him. This could be what they need, but Bones, you're walking into a little death trap, and it's going to be Deathmaker going in for the jiggle. He goes in for the precision shot at Deathmaker. Oh my god, that one tap was so crispy, and that one tap was so clean. He's feeling it, man. And he's angry. He wants to go in for this kill, and he wants to find this round for himself. And now Paradox, he's going to be the difference maker. He's straight on the left side in Hellef. He made the noise, and Paradox, he's going to be the executioner to take his head clean off his shoulders. Oh, he's not going to go for it.
Yeah, he's going to walk away. Velocity feel like they have an avenue towards B. And they will. Deathmaker. The one tap comes to fruition at the biggest order, and Paradox will find right to way sleeping towards the A main. And unfortunately, Paradox had, right to ways had the spike, but Velocity have actually found the kills that they needed. They're running straight in. This eco round is actually proving to be fruitful for them. Paradox is down low, and he's gonna take 1 kill. He's down really low, but he's gonna manage to find the 4th as well onto Deathmaker as he sprays him down to his own smoke. And they survive somehow. That could have gone dirty and bad in a lot of ways, but somehow it works out for them.
Dude, if Hellef got that kill. He went in for a right click and all of the bullets went around Paradox's head. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. If he just went in for the left clicks, man. The thing about the right click is that you can never trust it. It's just like my ex, you just can't trust it, man.
Oh my
11-3 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're
the
going
classic, the classic is such a weapon. Don't really worry about that. But moving on down the line, it's 11-3 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And Velocity, now it's their gun round. But the amount of damage that they did do in the last round, that's gonna be massive for them. But look at Paradox. Paradox is pretty far in, but right to Ace, he smelled him. He's like, I can smell a stick. It's Paradox coming down from the side of window. But Crosshair gets a free kill on towards the face of Deathmaker. No one's gonna be able to go in for a trade on him as well. It's gonna hurt quite a lot. Them not being able to find that kill and that trade. Now they don't have the entry anymore. They don't have that jet. They need to go in with their bodies dry. No ultimates to work with and a lot of the utility already being invested. Right to Ace only has one flash for the sentry. They're waiting outside of the A side. But now Truerippers, they know. But the real question is, do they want to play for a retake or do they want to play for a hold? And they've chosen for the retake, which is much more of the smarter option.
Going for it now, the plan is going to go down, so Velocity have at least something working in their favor. 4 versus 5 though, still not as great as you would want it to be. The board almost being spotted out towards short, but here comes the smoke, and that's a lot of time being elapsed by Velocity. Flash is going in left and right. There's a lot of utility exchange happening right now. Nick that kills as well. Crosshair finds one. Crosshair finds another. It's up to Helef to find something. And this crossfire is beautiful. Marcel and Helef are making work. But it's now all left to Marcel. And he finds the third, but he's not able to switch in time to the classic to find Paradox. And he's going to have just about enough time to get this defuse coming in. 3 seconds under the clock for him as Paradox pulls out another round for his team. 4th one on the board now. And Velocity, you don't want to be slipping out over here, my guys. Gonna get difficult for you if you do, because another eco on the back of what you just did is probably going to cost you a couple of rounds. And you keep slipping into segues like that, like my friend Aggressive does here, it's going to be a problem. Not for Aggressive, though, because Amazon sales are absolutely great.
Yeah, this is why you should be going down on the description here, ladies and gentlemen, and checking out all of the incredible deals being set to you from the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale. A lot of insane deals. You don't want to miss out on any of them because they're not going to be coming back for over a year. But at the same time, do you know what are coming back? It's going to be Truerippers on this map. 11-4. Slowly but surely, they're trying to inch their way forward into a much more of a following of just, yeah, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can take down Velocity. Initially, we had a really slow start, but Truerippers, they finally picked themselves up, especially Crosshair. Crosshair's just stinking people into the next dimension. He's not missing a single shot, and that's what you want. That's what you want to have. But at the same time, Velocity, they're also hitting back really hard. 11-4. The thing is, Crosshair's doing a lot, but Velocity, they're also consistently being able to take down 4 players, even on the rounds that Truerippers are winning. Truerippers, they need to build up an economy, otherwise it's just not going to be working out for them.
Yeah, all Velocity need at this point is 1 round, because once they go to number 12, it's going to be pressure on the Truerippers to try and fight out every single fight, try and win out every single little, war that comes in front of them. Because at that point, it's just about survival. You just, 1 round away from losing out this map, which I think is probably going to come at maybe the 13-6 mark. I think it's going to be 13-6, maybe 13-7. Velocity just need the 1 round, and I think that's going to come after the next buy that comes in, which is going to be after this round, because right now they are on an eco. So we are going to be heading back into the game. There's a small little technical issue that came in. We're right back on track, and it looks like Helef's actually bought in for this. Never mind. He wanted to go for the Guardian. He just to go against it. Now Velocity, half armor across the board, and they've got a couple of Spectres and Sheriffs to work with. What do you got for us? Another beautiful shot from Deathmaker could be something that they need right now. And he is peeking towards C. Oh, he spots a Relic. And Relic definitely knows what Deathmaker is capable of, and he's being cautious about peeking him. Oh boy, Deathmaker, you almost went in for it, and he gets down. Helef and Marshall actually find 2 kills each, and this is turning out to be another expensive eco round.
They're making this one happen. Marzel, he's gonna have the spike for himself. He's gonna be picking it up, but Bones, he was already in a pretty good position. Paradox with the spam is gonna be the one to shut down Marzel. It is a pretty bad situation for them. Right to Ace, holding down with the Sheriff. Helef's gonna be good for 1 kill on towards the face of Bones. His own bones are gonna get rattled here. Just not gonna be able to survive for long. Right to Ace misses the shot, and Paradox instead is gonna be the one to shut him down with a good, well-placed double tap to the forehead. Spike under their control. Paradox knows exactly what's up. Swings out. There's no way that Helef's gonna be able to get in for this kill. Paradox with another 4K. Finish everything off on style, I would say. And 11 and 5 on the scorecard. Slowly but surely they're making things happen. And Paradox, looking at the scoreboard, man, he has 16 kills. Double of what the second player has. But for Velocity, just look at them. Consistent throughout the board. 15, 15, 15, 12, and 11. They're just that good as a squad.
Indeed, they are. Although Velocity have given away a couple of rounds, it still is not away from their favor. Point being that Velocity really need to consider how exactly they need to approach this round. Oh, Bones. His position's been given away, but he has that ever so sturdy wall for him to escape. They are putting pressure on A, Velocity, and you can see the response that there's 3 players on A from Truerippers side as well. Now, with the amount of information that they've actually gathered up, right to Ace, he knows that there's at least 2 players here, maybe 3 at the given best. And they're still trying to challenge it as much as they can. Velocity are not backing out. They want to fight and they're going to get it. Here they go, straight in. Here comes the ultimate as well from Marzo. Deathmaker's found Bones, and Paradox playing around in the smoke is gonna be really, really careful because he's got.
Oh my god!
He goes for it, but no! Crosshair right in the middle of the site is gonna get detained. There's nothing they can do, but it's a 2v2 still, so it is doable for either side here at this point. Just about finding the right timing.
Wall, Astral Wall. No, Relic! He's gonna walk in. He's gonna be the one going for that kill. Not really much to do, but Helef, he's in such a good spot. Maybe if he plays it properly, Helef's gonna be able to get it all away. Beautiful white swing from this man. And Hellfire, they finally get the clutch, and they also get the 12th round on the board. Ooh, the buffer is now gone. The pressure is on for the side of Truerippers, and once again, looking at their money, man, you can see this is what I meant. They have no bank to work with whatsoever. Even the rounds that they are winning are the most expensive rounds that you can think of. No bank whatsoever, and they're being forced onto these type of buys. Only 1 Phantom, 1 Vandal, not even full armor. There's 2 Sheriffs. They only have enough money for 2 Sheriffs, and they have a Bladestone to work with. How do they win this? I don't think that they can.
I'm not too sure myself either because Velocity full buy, but Paradox, he probably could be the difference maker, but that turret is holding him down. Marzo runs straight in, finds the entry. Deathmaker finds one behind him. And Paradox is the only one who could probably make a difference here, but he's got so many Seekers coming his way. And flashes as well. Right to Ace has silenced him, and now it's the end of the line here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 versus 4. It's gonna be 2 versus 3. Paradox, he finds one, picks up a weapon. He's got Vapor coming in his direction, and he's holding off an alpha angle, but it doesn't matter.
Maybe.
Boy, this is getting interesting. This is getting a lot more interesting. Helef's around the corner. He's gonna get flashed, but he still finds a kill, and somehow they make it work. No way did that just happen. Velocity.
No. Okay.
How did you give that away? Why would you give Paradox 1v1 fights?
Not again. Not again. It's happening. You can see it in Crosshair's face. This is his face in IRL. Same as the Jet face, because there is no way they should have won this round. I'm like 10 miles away from my microphone because I had to lean back a little bit and just rub my eyes again just to see if I was seeing things or not. 12 and 6. That was what? A 5 versus 2? No, that was a 4 versus 2 situation. And even though they had no money whatsoever, even though they had no business winning on this round, Paradox just on his lonesome was the one to find this. Had a couple of knives, one tapped everyone out of existence, and then Crosshair came in with the clutch right at the very end to go in for his trade. Positioning was so good as well, but right to Ace just pushing up like that just ended them pretty much, but still Velocity. They're trying to end things off on their own eco round seemingly. Helef's gonna be good for 1 kill, but that's all that he's gonna be able to find. Phone straight around the corner. He's trying to fight for 1 more kill. He's gonna be swinging out, but instead it's gonna be Paradox and Bones to find that, but right to Ace swings out, gets a beautiful 1-tap on towards the face of Paradox. Sending it down over to a 3 versus 2 situation, and somehow these eco rounds are just so expensive, man. I have no idea how they're making these eco rounds this expensive. They're just running around the entire map and just tapping people out of existence.
Yeah, they are making it work. They're just finding shot after shot, and here come the Seekers to find them in return.
Un behind you, man.
One ultimate has been committed, and together they go towards C. Master has a good idea about where they're coming from. He spots out one. He's got a second in his position, but he's taken him off already. Here goes the flash on either side.
Won't do this.
Right to Ace. He's trying to find it, but he doesn't know that somebody's towards C long. And Bones finds his kill. It's up to Marzo. 1v2, but they've done enough damage already, Velocity. They are making Truerippers sweat in these eco rounds, and now with the 12-7 scoreline, it could be the end of the road here. Velocity, all they need is one avenue. 2v4 yet again, something that they shouldn't be giving up. Could be on the cards here. Let's see how it works out, though.
These are getting too close. Way too close for comfort. It was an 11-2, man. 11-2. It's not supposed to go this far. It's just not. It's 12-7 already. I don't know what I'm watching. What kind of anime am I witnessing here? But most animes don't have storylines like this. Not going this far in, at the very least. But Velocity, they're looking to close everything out here. The drone's right outside of the garage angle. They're gonna be pushing on towards the face of garage, but Relic deals a good chunk of damage on towards the face of right to Ace. Heals are going to be coming on down through. That's going to give away a lot of the information that, hey, 3 players are outside of garage. We can start pushing that A side or just leave it completely open because we can play for a reteam. Of course, that's also a possibility. Bones, he does have a resurrection available. So in a way, the side of Truerippers should be playing it just a little bit more safe inside of the side, because otherwise Bones is just not going to be able to use that resurrection, and he needs to use it right here and right now, get as many advantages as they possibly can. They have the Astral Divide, and they also have the 103. Take it easy, take it slow, because Velocity, they're the ones who need to start making the mistakes here. You don't need to do anything. Let them come to you and just play reactively.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. They're boiling down the clock here, and you can see the response from Truerippers. They're playing this really passively. They want to give away the A side, and there it is. Here come down the stars from the heavens above. Hellas placing them, and here they go. Velocity, a free sight for them at this point. They want the plant.
10 seconds
They will
left.
be getting hit, but oh boy. All right, here we go. They've got 6 seconds left, and they need to get this plant going down.
Oh,
Right
dude,
to it,
he
actually
missed!
does it. Master gets one killed though, as Vibor finds one himself. And now in a 1v, and now in a 3v4, make that a 3v3, 2v3.
They're making it happen.
Somehow Velocity are making this work, and they're making it work so well. It's a 1v3, and this should be the end of everything here, ladies and gentlemen. A scoreline that I thought would definitely come through, 13-6 or 7, is right now in front of our screens. Master is gonna get spotted out. He's got even a Hunter's Fury coming his way. He's got bullets raining his way. He's got nowhere to go. And that is gonna be the end of this first map. 13-7. Velocity end their losing streak on Haven, and they pick up a beautiful victory.
That was a little bit too close for comfort. That would have been so much better to work with right up till the very end. Just could have been a little better in the way that they ended everything, but it's completely fine. Helef, he was able to show up massively, getting 22 kills on an Astra. Consistency is the name of the game, and hey, Velocity today on the map of Haven, even without Amadora, so they've proven themselves that, hey, we have worked out the kinks in our armor. We have finally figured out where our loopholes actually were, and we filled them in. But at the same time, there were a lot of mistakes being done by Truerippers that we didn't really expect them to make. So let's head on over to the match highlights so we can break them down a little bit more in detail as we watch through the entire thing. Because in a way, Truerippers, the main reason why they were just slowing down so much and not really able to find a lot of the different things that they were trying to do was, first of all, no Sentinel. Not having a proper Sentinel to watch these lurks were such a problem. You can see in all the rounds that Truerippers lost, and the bare minimum of 2 players did die because of flag. Just look at this. Hellfighter just walks out, casually gets 2 kills, and then it was a 3 versus 2 situation left to clutch out by the side of Velocity. Like, this happened throughout the entire game, throughout the entirety of the attacking side. It was already an 11-1 buffer, I do believe, as they ended off the first half. So, yeah, even if you were able to win so many rounds on your own defensive side, it really doesn't matter. You're already at death's door. And Velocity, they just needed to put the final nail on that coffin.
Yeah. That, I mean, if you consider the fact that Velocity had probably one of the most dominating first halves that we've seen come up against Truerippers, a team like Truerippers who have come up such leaps and bounds since their iteration, it's impressive. And then they gave away a couple of runs in the second half, but it's respectable on the side of Truerippers, that they actually put up number 7 on the board, because I really didn't think it was possible. I thought, at some point this is going to end 13-2, maybe 13-3. But then when they pulled out those couple of runs, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe they have a chance of going up at least till 7. And that's at least not that bad of a scoreline given considering all things. The first half, definitely, it was horrendous for them, but they've done their best and they've pulled back as much as they could. But by the time they could settle in this game, Velocity were already far ahead into this game than you would expect, Truerippers to be. And as a result of that, it is a 13-7 scoreline. It went right ahead to the point where Truerippers had to pull off 2v4s. They had to pull off so many clutch situations, which, well, to be fair, was something that I'm pretty sure that they have been good with in the past with every single one of their players. But today, just kind of seemed a little off their game.
This stage, like Truerippers, they could do so much more, but the thing is, Universe, they lost out on the map of Haven. And now, as we head on down over onto Breeze, what do you think is going to happen here? There's nothing that you can do. And also, there's another really good news for you guys. We're not even going to be going into a break. We're directly going to be jumping on towards the map of Breeze, because here at the Esports Club, the action just never stops. You got to remember that. So make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell, as we are going to be sitting here and talking right through the map of Breeze. Because in general, man, Universe, like, how do I justify this? You lost out on Haven, the best possible place you could have gone in for a 2-1 scoreline on the map set. You lost that out, and now you're going into the best map of Velocity. This is the new quote-unquote best map for them, because this is the map where they pretty much have a 100% win rate, I do believe. Yeah, pretty much 100%. No one has beaten them here. They have mastered this map. Everyone hates this map. And the fact that Velocity are now playing this against Truerippers, especially in their current state, I don't know. Team play and coordination are the name of the game on this map, and the fact that Truerippers are not able to showcase that properly, it could go really badly for them. But at the same time, Truerippers, they did show a second win. They did show glimpses of brilliance. Maybe if that carries forward to Breeze, they have a chance of taking out Velocity and then heading over to the map of Spill.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if Breeze is gonna go the way of Truerippers. They can try dancing along with them as as long as possible, but I think Breeze is a map where Velocity thrive in. They are a really, really difficult side on the map of Breeze. And to be honest, I would consider maybe one opportunity that Truerippers would probably find something in this map on defense would be that they need, and I say this in the most utter pressing pressurized sense as possible, they need a minimum 8-4 half if they feel like, okay, you know what, we can actually win this game. Because Velocity, even if they're 7-5 down, even if they're 8-4 down, they'll come back from it. They will bounce back immediately. But if the Paradox and Co want to win this map, they need an 8-4 at a bare minimum on their defense. Otherwise, it's gonna be the Velocity show yet again.
Against that Paradox, he had an astonishing game. Right at the very end, he dropped 22 kills for his squad. And you gotta remember something, on Haven, he's the one showing up the most, but his teammates were just not able to follow suit. The second highest kill was, what, maybe a 10 or a 12, if I remember correctly. So in that sense, you cannot have performances like this when from the side of Velocity. You saw the scoreboard, man. 22, 20, 18, 19. All of the kills were spread all across the board. They had so many kills with all of them combined that even Paradox couldn't catch up with them. There's nothing much that you can do. The team play and coordination from the side of Velocity is just too great today. And to overcome that, individual performances are just not going to be cutting it. You need to have your entire squad perform, and hopefully everyone, they rallied themselves together. They're able to, just mesh together as a squad and just understand that, hey, we had our group huddle. Let's do our war cry, and we're going to be jumping straight into the game here because Breeze is where you need to be in tune as a squad, just as you need to be in tune with the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to set yourself up to be the best that you are. And here, us at Amazon, we got you covered. Nothing to really worry about. A lot of incredible deals, up to 55% off on a lot of the different products as well, because HyperX is going to be given, and I'm pretty sure the Logitech, Intel, and even LG Ultragear, they're going to have it as well. They're not going to be slowing down on all of their gear pieces as well now, are they? If you want to get yourself that monitor, if you want to get yourself a new gaming chair, or even a new microphone like the Soulcast that I have, the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale got you covered. All of it, all of the incredible deals are down below in the description. Check it all out. I need to get myself a drink of water. So Universe, take it all.
Yeah, I think that it definitely is a sale for everybody to check out. Everybody's got something
Select
that
your
you can
agent.
get over here. As good as all the players have their own products, you're gonna get some of your own that could probably put you in the same region to become players that you would have always thought that you wanted to be. So go ahead, get on Amazon, find those great products. No matter what brand it is, Amazon's got you covered with a deal. So it is definitely going to be a interesting match in this one, though. I just want to consider the fact that we really need to consider how Truerippers will probably approach this map, because we think that Truerippers could come back into this in a way that you know their composition changes with what in respect to what we've seen. Sage is a agent that I think we've seen on this map before. It's been really sparingly used,
Yeah.
but Sage is a agent that we go for, especially for the Hall's position to try and wall it off and all that stuff. But I think that if the side of True Rippers want to make a comeback happen, it has to be starting with the composition. So what do you think they should go for, Abrasive?
Personally, in my eyes, Sage is not really a bad pickup on the map of Breeze, primarily because the B-side executions become just a little bit simpler, not too simple, just a tiny bit. Because with that wall, you're going to be able to block off another angle. If you're going to be get shot from, then you can just safely go in for a plant if you clear out the entirety of your left side. If the left side is clear, it's fine. The B-side execution is going to be clean, nothing to really worry about. You just go in for the plant, go in for your close plants. But the thing with the Sage is that it allows you to be very diverse in the way that you want to hold down a lot of these different sightlines, depending on how you use the wall. The main thing that I really want to see if any player is playing on that Sage is to use the staircase to get as high up as possible to try and diversify yourself and try to get a better elevation against the Viper utility, because the Viper walls cut out the entire side and that causes a little bit of an issue there. You're going to be jumping into the game soon, but I believe that Relic did lag a little bit, so we're going to get kicked out of the agent selection screen, so we're going to be heading back onto that soon enough. But as we're going through the analysis and all of the pickups that they could go for, I personally will say Double Initiator, pretty much the best composition on the map of Breeze in particular. You can go in for a double duelist comp, but the thing is, on Breeze, you need to have a lot of utility. You need to have a lot of different ways to just try and stop your opposition from pushing you way too quickly. And that's why Sage is also a really good pickup there. The slow orbs, yes. You only have 2 slow orbs, but it buys you so much time. It buys you, what, like 30 seconds tops? That you can have to work with until your teammates actually come in, or you can also use the slow orbs to stop an immediate fast rush and possibly just force them back as well with a couple of your own sprays. You can get really creative with the Sage on the map of Breeze, but creativity is not something that a lot of Sage players are known for in our region. Like, they tend to go for things that are really safe, just like wall of A, wall of B, or just a wall off the side of halls, and that's pretty much it. No one's gonna go for grim walls, just running around all over the place, pulling up a wall, running on top of it, and then just dinking 3 people out of existence. I want to see stuff like that because Breeze is a map that facilitates this. And if the player that is playing the Sage does something like this, come on, I want to cast that. I want to be on someone's highlight reel on their Instagram. Just as you should be following our Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, at the Esports Club. Links down below in the description, because a lot of the plays that happen here in this tournament, all of it is going to be going up there too.
Yeah, that is true. We are going to have a lot of highlights coming out of Velocity, at least in this map, in the previous one as well, as we are looking at the agents being picked on, ladies and gentlemen. And this time, there's going to be no lags for anybody. Relic has been picking up his Cypher We've got Crosshair going for that Sky, Paradox with that Jet, Bones has gone with the Viper. So there is an interesting pick. It's going to be the same composition on either side.
Choose your agent.
The exact same, to be honest. And it's going to be interesting to see who exactly is it that's going to be making the good use of this, because this is Velocity's game. This is Velocity's composition. This is Velocity's pick, which they will have no issues whatsoever dealing with in terms of even them being on the back foot, because they will find a way to come back and they will find a way to just drop down the opponent dead, because that's how good they are on this map of Breeze. For a reason, it is called their best map. They're the king of Breeze, and let's see what happens. I'm just excited to find out whether or not Truerippers can actually make a comeback, or, you know, it's gonna be a Velocity cleanup.
We're going to be jumping straight into the game here, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not going to be stopping for even a second. We're in a fast rush, and these teams are gunning for each other already. They wanted to start the match immediately, and hey, who are we to deny them that now? Moving on down the line, though, I really do want to highlight the fact that, okay, both of these teams, they have the exact same composition, but are Truerippers very proficient at the composition is the real question. This, like, the double initiator composition is something that Velocity use all the time. This is their bread and butter combination. This is what they're using for every single map, and now they're using it on their best. So yeah, things are already looking quite scary for them.
Oh, Marcel, first point of contact, gets taken down. Bones actually finds two. Velocity.
Okay. I jinxed
Falling
it.
apart early on. Yeah, seems like you kind of did. It's going to be up to Vibor and right to Ace to pull it off, as Helef is holding on the backstab, and he actually finds Paradox. That's going to be a little bit of an easy way to get back, almost facing off another opponent there, Vibor. He's going to have to retreat, as Helef has found a way to allow them to move towards the B side. Crosshairs probably heard this. Still worried.
This is
Somebody
somebody
could
look.
be. Yeah, absolutely. It's such a huge map. Where do you even look? For now, though, it is going to be Relic looking on with his spy camera. He spots these players out, goes towards the wall, so that's going to allow them a little bit of space to work with. LF is still on the prowl, by the way, so that's going to be a problem for Truerippers.
Spike planted.
But two players on site, they need to stay alive.
Oh
And
my God, right to Ace.
Oh my God, that was nasty. Vibor misses a couple of shots, but he still got support, and it's gonna be LF. This guy is a menace. LF. He was.
Dude.
Honestly, I think, you know, right to Ace's shots were crispy, as good as they could get, but I think the influence of that round was on the back of Helef being that pivotal role. He was the one they literally, you know, just ran roundabout. He was the centric figure, and they were around the circumference of his circle, and that's how they got this round. Perfect positioning by the lurking Cypher, Helef. I mean, what better would you want for your team? First pistol round goes again in the favor of Velocity, and they're doing a much better job at the way that they're taking care of things over here.
They're gonna be going in for that hold, and once again, this is a fast rush.
Spike
Ooh,
down
Barzell,
A.
he gets a little bit of a kiss on the cheek with that shorty, but still, they're still gonna be the ones to survive. Deathmaker comes in down through strong with 2 kills of his own, takes down Bones and Relic on towards the back end, but Paradox, he has a stack with his buddy Crosshair. They're looking for a lot more kills, and this eco round is already starting to pay dividends. Good chunks of damage being given. Shots are going to be taken as well. They have the information, but they need to be very careful. Spots on one of the shoulders, but still Crosshair's not going to miss that shot. Vibor from the sidelines. He's going to be the one to save out his buddy Deathmaker. Now Paradox, last person remaining. Maybe good for one. Not even that. Deathmaker with a wide swing shuts him on down. 0-2 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And with another round on the board, sorry. Yeah, it's a 0-2. That's fine and all, but you're now stuck playing a bonus with your opposition playing on Phantoms and Vandals. I always say this, the map of Breeze is one of those maps where playing for a bonus is not really a good idea, because those Spectres, yeah, they cannot pay a lot of dividends unless you have a solid game plan of rushing down into a site.
It looks like they do. B is of a heavy attraction right now, and it's all up to Marzel's flashes and his tactics to try and find something done. But look at the oh my god, look at the backstab. Paradox is coming straight in with his teammate. They're gonna find success. Crosshair, he's there to support him, and he's holding down the angles as right to he actually picks up a Vandal himself. So he's gonna have some fighting chance at least. Paradox holding down a really cheeky angle is actually gonna get one. Bones finds two on the back of his teammate giving information, and now it's all left to Marzel and Deathmaker to try and find a frag. One for Marzel, nothing more though, and it's all down to Deathmaker. He's not gonna tap anybody's head. It's gonna be round number 1 for Truerippers as the bonus round falls apart as you would expect for Velocity. That one recon was all they needed, Aggressive. That one recon from Master, which revealed 4 players at the same time, immediately caused Paradox and Crosshair to push up towards mid and come on the backstab, and the round for Velocity fell apart right there.
There's absolutely nothing that you could have done there to try and circumvent that. That one recon just gave so much information away. Everyone started flanking. You literally saw it on the map. They were running around from the B main angle. They were running around from the A main angle. Players were pushing from mid. They already knew what was up. They were not even stopping for a second. That's the one bit of information that you need. This is why having map presence is just so crucial. And that's exactly what Relic is doing this time. Crosshair peeks out and gets a free kill on towards the face of the boar. That was a quick peek and a half, man. I didn't expect that kill to happen even. But they're going to be the ones to get it. And now without that Viper, how do you want to enter down over towards this A side? Things are not looking good for them. Bones, he's still alive somehow. Straight in front of the players, and Paradox is going to be the one to shut down Deathmaker. He's looking for a couple of more kills, and Bones, he should know what's up. But Marzel, he's in such a cheeky corner. He can work this out. If he just gets a little bit of a sneaky peek. Bones, he walks into his crosshairs, and Marzel, you sneaky little bugger, you're going to be the one to survive. You're going to be the one to go in for a kill. Possibly take the Paradox as well. Paradox, if he dies here, it's already done and dusted. Shock darts are going to be raining on in as well. Helep, now it's his turn. He's going to be the danger man. He's going to be the boogeyman trying to hold it, but the doors are just closing. They're not letting him touch him. Hellfighter, he gets one. He gets his second as well. This lurker is just so good. And somehow Velocity, they turned the round on its head. It's now the other way around. It's a 3 versus 2 situation, and Helep, he wants more. He's hungry for it. Masters is going to be the one to jump out. Shut down Helep. Finally, they smelled him out. They know exactly where this lurker is going to be at. Now it's a 2 versus 2 situation. Recons are going to be coming on down through. Information is trying to be gathered, but they're not finding anything. Not just yet.
Going in, that's going to hit right to waste, but it doesn't matter because he's got the kill. Marzel's going to blind Relic, and right to waste is going to finish him off. A 3rd round for Velocity, and they're still on top of things. The opponents might have gone away from them, but they have their rounds in their hands when they've got those Vandals and Phantoms. The buy round yields success. Truerippers have another buy for sure. I should believe so at least. I'm not convinced that they should go for one right now, because if they go for a buy, it's going to cause them to fall in economy hell. And you can see it immediately that there is a change in their buy. They're stuck with an eco. A semi-buy of sorts. They're pushing up towards mid.
Positionally, they're making it all work. A Deathmaker, he finds a freebie for himself. Knew exactly what Crosshair was thinking. He knew the positions, but Relic. Did you just walk out with a judge on the map of Breeze and they're gonna get a freebie on the Marzel? Marzel's getting all them kisses today, seemingly, and oh my god, Bones! He's just looking so crispy with his aim. Speaks out and Bones! He's not missing, man! One Sheriff and a Dream and Bones! He's just rattling them all! One by one, he's just thinking people in their skulls and making sure that they feel all of the pain. Bones, he's just doing what he can, but at the same time, look at right to Ace in his position. Right to Ace is walking straight up. The board's gonna be good for 1 kill. This is gonna be the execution down towards that B-side, but it's just not gonna happen with Paradox. He's gonna be on his own lurk, and only just with the classic in his hand is gonna be the one to shut it all down. Right to Ace still has the spike on him. He's trying to go in for a kill. 30 seconds, a lot of time to work with. He's gonna be checking left, he's gonna be checking right, but Paradox. But Crosshair, he's gonna be right there, but right to Ace is still gonna be the one to go in for that kill. I thought it was Paradox, but that's not it. Right to Ace. Will he live up to his name of the right to clutch? Is now the real question. 1v1 situation. Paradox heading over to A while Right to Ace heads over to B. This guy has a massive brain, and hey, he's
10
making good
seconds
use
left.
of it.
Standing ahead.
Okay, he's going towards B. He's gonna get a plant down. That's pretty easy. And
planted.
Paradox is rushing
He's the Hunter's
towards him.
Fury.
Yeah, he does that. How he has that too. Paradox has no idea, but looking at the plan of the spike, he should be having a good idea, a fair amount of idea as to where exactly Right to Ace could be. He's worried about every single angle, but he just wants to make sure that he's covered up anything and everything that he could have left a chance. He has no clue where Right to Ace is. He's looking towards the right direction, but he has no idea. Right to Ace gonna be throwing in that shock dart, gonna take him off the defuse, but it has been done half. Now Right to Ace just needs to play time here, but he's gonna take his head off. And Right to Clutch comes into the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, Right to Ace. I gotta give it up for this man. This guy deserves a pat on the back. He deserves all the hugs in the entire world. Right to Ace, Right to Ace, Right to Ace. There's a reason why we give him the name of Right to Clutch. It's just because of rounds like this. Even in the most impossible of situations, he walked in from A. Before he made a lot of noise on B, this is the decision that they needed. If Vibor died, yeah, you're gonna say who's the unsung hero of this situation? It has to be Vibor. If Vibor died to the player on B, it would have all been done and dusted. He got that kill. He made a lot of noise, allowing Right to Ace to do what he does best. Go in for very systematic kills. He isolated the 1v1s beautifully, and he was able to shut everyone down. 1 and 4 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen, and Velocity, they're back. And they're hungry to keep the ball rolling into their court. Just look at this guy. He's not stopping, man.
Oh my god. Alright.
Spike planted.
Get one kill. That at least works for them. They need to try and get them top of things. 4 versus 4 right now. So it is going to be a little bit of a difficult issue. Then going in closer. Crosshair actually escapes through, and they just find kills in a second. And Right to Ace left alone. He is Right to Clutch, but even for him, this is a tall order. Second round for Truerippers, and somehow they pull it away.
Just not gonna happen. 2 and 4. That was a really fast execution. Yeah, but can we talk about the post plants universe, because the post plants were not existent in that round. And thing
Yeah,
is, they
I
didn't
don't
even
know.
clear out anything. I understand you wanted to go in for a plant, but why are you sending like 5 people to try and facilitate the plant? The person on the plant, yeah, he gets the plant and then he's dead. Done. There's like 2 people playing
out of
from
my way.
pyramids. And that is what's supposed to happen? I don't think so. A little bit of an over-aggression. I think the adrenaline was pumping way too much from Velocity, but can we talk about Bones really quick? Just how many one-taps did he get? I don't think he has gotten a single kill that isn't a headshot yet. He has 100% headshot percentage.
Yeah, I think so as well. If you could see those stats, it would be visible. But Paradox right now struggling a little bit to connect these shots. Okay, Paradox not
Okay,
having a great
Deathmaker.
time, but Deathmaker's having a great one. He's gonna get 2 kills, picks up a weapon as well. The B side is open, but the spike is nowhere near it. They're holding down their angles as much as they
Timing
can.
on mid. Timing on
Oh
mid.
man, oh boy, gonna be insane.
Oh,
It's
he
gonna be
knows.
difficult. Master, he's gonna let Right to Ace escape. As they think Masters is holding on towards A, thinking it might just be A, but Deathmaker, he's at the right place. And here come out the Seekers. It's gonna be up to Paradox, but he gets the kill.
Not Paradox!
That's a good step. That's a good
30
step.
seconds left.
Paradox.
Dude, that shot was so clean, man.
Blinded.
Most of the
One
was.
enemy
Right to
remaining.
Ace goes down, so Paradox this time not missing his shots. He's got only 1 left. This time he misses it, but Crosshair is there to take care of it. Wow. A round that could have been turned over its head, but the only problem was the spike was too far away from the players of Velocity. And that cost them the round, to be honest. If they had the spike in their hands, maybe, it would have been a whole other situation.
Dude, Paradox, that shot was so good. Casual flick of the wrist, and this man just does not miss. 3 and 4 on the scorecards now, ladies and gentlemen. Velocity, lose out on the round, but I guess it's fine because you got to remember that last round was an eco and they did a good chunk of economic damage. So in the long run, it's nothing to really be sad about because Velocity now they have guns once again on their hands, but at the same time, they do need to worry about Paradox, who's on the other end. He's taking a good chunk of damage. This is a bad spot for him, and poor old Paradox. There's no way he's going to be able to survive that. But once again, the entirety of Velocity, they're playing so far inside of the side that I don't like this. Post-plant positioning, it's not going to be good, and Vivor probably didn't call out the fact that his wall was going to be going down. Communication. Velocity doesn't feel like they're communicating that much, and they're probably going to die out for it, Vivor! If he died there, this round was over.
Oh boy, this is getting a lot more difficult.
Beginning
Helef
of
needs
the
to come in
end.
from mid, and he should find this head. And Vivor is just playing around with his own walls, and he's probably gonna get this. Master, his position was not in the right place, and he's gonna get his death given to him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no time indeed. Vivor does not even mind dying with the spike at this point, or by Bones' hands. Because Bones is gonna have to retreat, save this weapon, because that's another round for Velocity. 3-5, and even though this is a better first half from Truerippers, it's still Velocity in control.
It's just not gonna happen for them. That was a really good round win from the side of Velocity, but at the same time, like, it could have been way better. I don't know why the side of Velocity are just sending 3 people inside of the side. Okay, you cleared out Concrete. You cleared out the backup side. You got a kill on the operator player, and you're still trying to push on the pyramids with 2 of your players as soon as the wall goes down. I don't understand this. It was very questionable the way that Velocity were able to win this round out, but hey, if it works, it works, but it can be a lot more better. They need to get as many advantages as they possibly can, and they need to try and go in for something more stable, because look at their eco. Velocity, how many Spectres is Helef gonna buy? And Relic just casually taps 2 people out of existence. They push from mid, and they're already dead, but look at Marzel. He wants to be that difference maker, he wants to be the killer, but Relic, he's not gonna be giving anything away. The gun disadvantage is already showing. A lot of people cannot go in for these trades. Marcel's the only one who had a Phantom and a Vandal in his hand. That's it. How much more can they do? Vivor good for 1, but to go in for a clutch, I don't think that's gonna happen.
1 versus 3 was definitely not going to be possible. Relic taps his head straight away as a 4-5 scoreline comes up. It's getting a little bit more dicey and close here, but we all know how good Velocity's defense is. And if they go into this first half with a lead, they're going to be completely in control of the entire situation as long as they find the pistol. Because I told this earlier, and I'm going to tell it again, Truerippers needed at least an 8-4 half to get something under their way, but Velocity have already put up 5, and even though they're probably going to give away the 5th round to Truerippers because this is an eco, it still doesn't matter because they still have potential to make it 7-5.
Get down and look at Paradox. A sad miss, but at the same time, it's kind of okay because a lot of people would have missed that shot. That was a really hard one to hit, but this one's not going to be a miss from the side of Helef. Bones is going to be good for 1 kill, but Vivor's going to be the one to shut him down immediately. Marshall versus Phantom.
Oh my god.
Marshall versus Operator, sorry. But it's going to be Deathmaker being the better guy with a Sheriff in his hand, right to ace. He's looking for a kill, but sadly, he was just not going to be the one to get it. So pretty much on the other side, but he gave so much information away that, hey, boys. The A side is open. 2 people just rotated. Right to ace. He's in the best spot, but at the same time, Masters, he could be the one to shut him down. Come on, right to ace. Misses out on a couple of the shots. He did panic, but gives him a little bit of damage at least, maybe. I guess.
Yes. Right now, Velocity, they've got a 2 versus 3.
The yes that you said, but
I mean...
That yes was the most okay, bro. But at the same time, it's gonna be Deathmaker saying okay, bro, as well, on towards the back end. Good chunks of damage being given by him. But the shock darts are gonna be good for Vivor. No. This is not how it's meant to go. Relic, he's now stuck in a 2 versus 1 situation with just an operator in his hand, and Deathmaker just ends it all.
Nope. No.
We didn't sign up for this universe. We actually didn't. Our medical bills are not gonna get paid with this.
I don't even remember signing anything. What do you mean signing up? At this point I'm just wondering, Velocity, whatever they signed is probably to win out this series 2-0. But I look at rounds like these, which Truerippers are supposed to win, and I'm like, where did my signature go about wanting to see people and teams actually win out their buy rounds against Eco? Master just finds casually one. What's happening? How's Marcel just gone away like that? I mean, he just randomly threw in that Hunter's Fury and he got that kill. And here's Vibor finding Paradox going on the lurk. The right click, I think, came on a little bit too late, and Deathmaker, oh, the inch perfect peak, but he's got right to ways to support him. Crosshair goes down. That's gonna be a really difficult loss for Truerippers, as Velocity are looking at the cusp of the 7th round right now. On the back of it, they're going to have a lead into the first half going into the second. They're still not done, by the way. Could be 8-4. And now look at this exchange of positions. And Vibor is going to be paying for it. It's away. Trying to set up for his team.
Bad.
Player standing.
Ouch.
That's gonna hurt, swinging, dude.
Spike planted.
Oh, right to ace. Okay, he's looking back, but he's got hell to come and tap Bones out of existence. Velocity are giving away a couple of weapons, but that still doesn't mean that they've lost on their economy. They won so many rounds in a row. They've got so many players who can, drop weapons. Deathmaker is on 7.2 grand credits. He can drop 3 weapons at, 2 weapons at the very least, if he wants. They still don't need it because it's the last round of the half, and they're looking for that 8-4 scoreline in their own favor. I don't know if Truerippers can actually come back from this aggressive.
Velocity get an 8-4. I don't think it's gonna happen, and I think that it's true. They needed that 8-4 scoreline going in the favor of Truerippers. The fact that they don't have this, it's not looking up for them, but now Deathmaker, he's just rushing on in. He's going in full blast, and he does not care. This is what I like. Look at Velocity. None of them went inside other than Deathmaker and Marcel. This is good. They're just playing it from the back end, but all of the members of Truerippers, they went in for a stack and a push onto B and mid. The A side was open. They're playing for a retake, but this is not looking good for them.
It most certainly isn't.
Oh my god, Relic.
There's gonna be no value in the Hunter's Fury, but look at this crossfire. Vibor, he finds one, but Bones is actually taking a lot of work. What?
Bones. He's just rattling them all. He's not rattling their bones. They're rattling their very core of existence. But still, hell if he's gonna be up for 1 kill, but that's all that he's gonna find. And somehow, Truerippers, they get a 7-5 in their favor. This is a round that should not have gone onto their side at all, but Bones with just a bulldog. He pulled off the impossible. This guy's not missing a single headshot, man. What is Bones on? What happened to this guy from map 1?
I have no idea, but it looks like he stepped up, and he stepped up at the right time. At least for them to settle the half onto 7-5. No extra damage. More than that's already been caused. Now, with this 7-5 scoreline, if you win the pistol and you win the round after that, where do you go? Aggressive. What's your strategy to beat out Velocity's defense on Breeze? Because I wouldn't say their defense is a breeze. I would say it's a hurricane.
This is gonna be difficult. Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Velocity, their defensive side, it's always the strongest pretty much on every single map because of the way that the team plays, because of how good they are as a squad. But the thing is, it could be deadly as well. Ooh, Crosshair and Bolts, they just both rush out, but sadly Bolts is not going to be the one to survive for long. They get the 2 kills, they get the information, and hey, it's a 1-for-2 trade. It's going to be good for them, and now Vibor, he's going to be the one to cut off the rotations. It's going to be the one to spot out Masters, but what?
Well, a classic. What? Yeah, no.
Okay. No. We're just not going to do this, not today.
No, I'm done already. That classic shot was the end of my career right there. I'm gonna say goodbye and log out right now because this game makes no more sense.
Dude, that classic shot before is like, wait a minute, what? Masters, you're cracked out of your mind. That counter strafe was instantaneous. That's how quick that was. That was not Peeker's advantage. That was just a beautiful strafe. I have not seen a peek that perfect in a really long time.
Yeah, that is true. Deathmaker needs to find this kill because he's got one player coming on behind him, and they get it. And now they have an idea where Relic could come from. Velocity turn this round around on their heads, and Deathmaker is just gonna be sticking the defuse. He doesn't care whether Relic's gonna run, fly, or even dash into him because he knows he can get the defuse. The kill can go Relic's way, but the round's already gone to Velocity.
God.
Crazy
That kind of
shots.
scared me, dude. Dude, that kind of scared me for a second, but hey, it just went to their side. But explain, man. Like, Bastards hit a shot like that, you would expect them to win, but they lost. Oh.
Alright, now Velocity, winning both the pistol runs, are comfortably in the lead 8-5 and look to make it 9-5 because this eco is something that Truerippers with classics are definitely not going to win, especially at the range where we've seen classics work, but at the same time, Vectors are a thing of marvel themselves. Sometimes they work absolutely crazily, sometimes they just give up on you as if, you know, they're your... I don't know, like, your worst enemy.
Revealing area.
Really unpredictable.
Here. Dude, looking at the scorecards, just look at the scorecard, man. 16 and 11 for Bones. He is just on a tear now. Marzel's not having the best of days, but at the same time, you can say that Marzel, he's doing a lot when it comes down to his raw utility. Setting up his teammates properly for a lot of these different executions, and he's one of the facilitators of a lot of these incredible rushes that Velocity have been making. It's gonna be 5 and 8. The pushes are coming through as well, and this is gonna be the crossfire that they need. Marzel, he comes in for the cleanup move. And now it's all about the final 2 kills. Marzel needs to go in for a reload, but it's completely fine. Vivor's gonna be good for 1 kill on towards the back end, and Vivor should be able to take down another one, but Paradox!
What the hell was that?
Dude, I want to see it from his perspective, please. If anyone is watching and you know Paradox, tell him to clip this right now and then send it to me. I want to see exactly what happened. Did he just flick and no-scope shot 2 people out of existence to the forehead? No, Paradox, you just cannot do that. Like, all of these shots being taken by Truerippers, you have to say that the aim game is right there, but they're just not comfortable on the attacking side or on the map of Breeze in general.
Yeah. I just, you know, somehow Paradox pulled off 2 kills that I have no idea how he did. But he's going to be okay with that. He's going to be really happy with that. He's got a little extra cash in the bank. And now we go towards B. Oh boy, this is going to get a lot more difficult than it already is. With Boris pushing up. Hella's been caught in this corner. And the only thing he can find is a dink onto the head of one player, who's also going to be healed up immediately almost. Right to ways and Deathmaker are towards the defender side spawn, and Righters actually finds a pretty decent kill. That shock dart isn't going to connect, but they're not allowed on the side either. Marzel actually finds one more. And they're making them switch. Truerippers losing out on players, losing out on ground. Oh man. Here we go. It's gonna be Marzel and Right to Ace. 2 versus 2. Doable indeed. You come out the Seekers to do it. Take it out, but Marzel's gonna be caught off guard. They're still not entered into the side, and time's ticking away here. Master's gonna find Marzel. That should be the end of this round, and should be the end of Velocity Gaming's bonus. 9-6 we go, and Truerippers are trying, desperately holding on for a fighting chance.
Hey, we got the magic number on our side, universe. Give it to me. The magic number is there. We're gonna be really happy about this because this is a number where a lot of the comebacks can happen. But the thing is, once again, you always do lose out on the bonus rounds. It's kind of given. For the map of Breeze, there's no way you should be winning the bonus because of the gun disadvantage that you do have. It's just not going to be working out in your favor. So, with the scoreline now being 9-6, sorry, 6-9, it's gonna be a position that I personally do believe that Velocity are going to be able to come on back from. Once again, Velocity, They do have the operator on their side, but with an A-side execution on the cards. Right to ace, he gets that first initial kill on towards the face of Crosshair, and now they don't have a flash, and Paradox, he's second guessing himself. There's no way he's gonna be going on towards that A-side without a flash. Because they know for a fact that Deathmaker, he's holding the site with an operator.
Indeed. He's just gonna scare them away at this point. Look at where Marzel is sitting, though. He's towards mid, and he's so deep into enemy lines right now. He's got rotations cut off, and he's gonna cut him off. Master goes down, and it's gonna be Paradox to trade back, somehow at least. He's gonna keep things alive for now. 3 versus 4. Velocity still in control. Very much in control. And you can see the players of Truerippers are completely spread about.
I know exactly
The only thing they're gonna find now is the neural theft to find where these players of Velocity are. And they should be
30
thinking right
seconds
now
left.
that probably B is more viable than A, because there's 2 players over there. One towards defender side spawn, and Vapor is the only one holding this angle. And he finds a kill.
With a
He is-
phantom, dude.
Oh my god, Paradox. He's gonna go for right to ace actually, straight up, and he's
Dude,
gonna
imagine if he got that headshot on the Vapor. Just
That would've been
imagine.
crazy.
Seconds left.
Dude, it was on his shoulder. I was watching this. It was literally on his shoulder. That would have been the best shot ever. Deathmaker's gonna be the one to clean up Bone. 6 and 10 on the scorecard. Magic number no more. But, dude, imagine if he got that. Oh, God.
Oh boy. Alright. Now, how can Truerippers come back from this? One, I would probably say that they need to consider trying to maybe do all-out aggressive pushes, fight in the face of VLT, just because of the fact that they know that there's at least 2 players on one side where they can find off, clearing off normal angles and maybe find a plant. That's how they probably win this. They need to be aggressive. They need to be pushy. They need to be upfront about the way that they approach these rounds. Not in this eco, though. In this eco, there's probably nothing much they can do. But
Poison's off.
in the next one, really, Truerippers, you need to turn on your aggression mode. What we've seen you do before. What we've seen you be famous for. Your aggressive pushes. We need to see that if you want to give Velocity a run for their money. Because right now, Velocity have everything in the bank. They're throwing you in the back of their car trunk. And they're going to be taking you for a ride. Vapor's found 2. Marzo's found 1. And just like that, things have turned around yet again. Velocity Gaming have put Truerippers in a 2v4 position. They will get the plant down.
Player standing.
Nope, they won't. Paradox, he's going to go down to Marzo. Marzo says absolutely not. Master, it's about time when he loses his life.
There they are.
Master, stop. How much more can you do it right to ace?
Okay.
He just jumps into the awaiting arms of Master, gives him a big kiss on the cheek, and he just shuts him down with a slap to the face as well from that classic. 6 and 11 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what do you do here? There is no way you can come on back from this. Velocity, they have another round on for themselves. This is the last buy round for the side of Truerippers. If they don't win here, it's already done. It's over. There is nothing that you can bring back. The B side is still open. It's still on the cards. They can go in for an execution there, but the crossfire between Vibor and Marcel is just too strong to break.
They're actually pushing up. Marzo needs to be careful. He goes for the kill, but he's got a trade coming in at least. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, and Vibor is going to steal off the B-side. But Paradox, he comes in from mid and he clears him out. The B-side's completely thrown open for business. And Paradox is the first businessman here. He says, I'm going to be the one selling my products, as Amazon is. So you should probably go check those out.
Exactly. Good segue, man. He's learned it, man. Universe is learning the segue gods. Assassin will be proud in the background. But now, will the side of Velocity be able to make us proud? It's going to be Deathmaker going in for that first initial shot. And hey, Paradox, he's playing it cheeky. Relic's going to be the one to go in for a kill on towards the face of LF. And honestly, at this point, I would say just go in for a save. But at this stage, there's absolutely nothing that you can do. Oh my god!
Oh my
Deathmaker!
god.
With a goddamn no scope, he's gonna be the one to shut down Paradox, and Paradox is like, yeah, nice shot, give it to this man, he deserves it. That was a good no-scope from his end, and now they're going to be going in for a full-on try. They know what's up. Shock darts are going to be good as well. Relic taking a good chunk of damage. Deathmaker, you heard the sound. This is what they want to do. This is what they're going to get as well. Deathmaker's going to be going for a double kill, and this is very much possible. They could still win out this round. They're trying to go in for the defuse. The spam's not going to be good. This is not a good gun to go in for spams like this with. They have the half defuse as well, and they're going to be able to win out the round. Oh my god,
Player
just...
standing. Clutch.
0.1 seconds. 0.1.
No. They should have just
10
stuck it. They should have just stuck it.
milliseconds. I think if Deathmaker had a 10 millisecond further, jolt of energy and going straight in for, I don't know, maybe taking an extra step to kill those two towards the back of sight, they would have won that round out. But, oh my god, that was so close.
It's too close for comfort, man. This is not how it's meant to go. My medical bills are not getting paid like this, dude. But at the same time, Truerippers, look at them. Their economy is in shambles. They're winning rounds, but they have absolutely nothing to work with. Deathmaker a little bit dicey when it came down to that fight, but still they're going to be able to survive. Right to Ace, he gets a free kill on towards the side of Master. Marcel's going to be the one to shut down Relic as well. And Deathmaker, he's hungry for some more, knows exactly where they are. Bones from the sidelines. He's got to be crispy with his aim, but not crispy enough. Helip and Right to Ace are the ones to clean everything out here. 7 and 12.
Match
I think it's all over. Velocity. It's time for them to take it all away because Truerippers, they have no more money to work with. They have nothing to try and fight this. Not even a Blade Storm. Paradox. He has nothing to his name now.
Boy. Now, Velocity with match point up on their sleeves and with the opponent's economy in literal shambles. Pistols, that's what they're down to. This is probably the end of Truerippers in this series. Velocity are going to be taking them down as far as I can see it. Seekers coming in. There's going to be flying across B. A lot of information being relayed for the players, and the first kill comes in as well. That's the first nail in the coffin. 4 more to go. Make that 3 more to go. And it's going to be one last one. Crosshair. 25 HP. Headshot is straight by Marzo. That is Velocity winning this out 2-0. What a beautiful game by them.
Just doing Velocity things, man. I don't think we really need to talk about anything other than that. It's just Velocity, being Velocity, and just, doing the shooty things. They see ahead, they just click on it. Deathmaker, that's literally what he's been doing. Even Paradox is in the same boat, but I have to say that Truerippers, they put up a really good fight for being the underdogs in this story, like being the team that is not really at the level of Velocity, but still they're trying to get there. They put up a really good performance on throughout the map of Breeze. This is their worst map. Statistically, Truerippers, they had no business winning this, but the fact that they were still able to get these 7 rounds in such convincing fashion, it just goes to show that the roster has a little bit of potency. But the thing is that this is Velocity we're talking about. And all the rounds that Velocity did win was off of clutches and a lot of grit. Even this would have ended way earlier if the Deathmaker was able to go in for a push a little bit early. Dude, the way that Velocity are able to win out on so many of these rounds, it's like demons just possess them and they're just like running around all over the place. We're going to be watching all the highlights once again as we head on down over there. But dude, this entire match was a highlight reel. Right to Ace, Marcel, Vivor, Deathmaker, Paradox, Relic, Bones. Bones as well, right? Bones is just on another level on this map, seemingly. This guy didn't miss a single headshot throughout the entire game. His aim was on a different level. Truerippers, their unorthodox plays are the ones throwing off Velocity so heavily, but it just didn't help them as much as you would have hoped for, dude. I have no idea what happened in this match when it came down to the team that was going to win. I honestly thought that Truerippers had a good chance, but right at the very end, I had a blast casting this because both of these teams, you could see that they put their all into this game.
Oh, man. All right. That really got, up and close and personal in a couple of rounds, but Velocity had an overall control of the game, I believe. They made sure that every single round that they played in, they gave damage. They gave, even if they were on an eco, which was very rarely, by the way, They made a lot of plays that caused so much damage to Truerippers that their economy almost never restored to its full potential.
Yep,
Rounds
that's
like
strong.
these, right, where Truerippers thought they're gonna win straight up. That's exactly why they were, holding up these passive angles. But then it comes up so close, so up and personal. 0.1 second differences between these two teams at times. But still, even though Velocity lost that, look at their immediate, take back from that round. They go in, they get the kills, and they find a round on the back of a team working system that they have developed for over a year now, and they've had a great match.
Dude, it's
13-7. Yep. Balance is all things should be, just as Thanos would
yes.
say.
I was just gonna add that, but dude, you have to say that Velocity, they have the consistency under their belt, not just in the squad, but also in the scoreline as well. 13-7, 13-7 to close out both of the maps. A really convincing 2-0 for map number 1, but for map number 2, I'll personally say that Truerippers, they did a lot. We could see the potential in Truerippers, they've woken themselves out, but once again, as soon as you lost out on the map of Haven, you knew this was going to happen. There is no way you're going to be the ones to take away the map of Breeze from Velocity. It's just not possible. They have a 100% win rate here, and I don't think any other team can take them out here other than GE. That's my personal opinion.
Well, you're not wrong, my friend. I think that Global Esports are probably the only team who actually can give in, a huge competition to this team of Velocity on any map for that matter, because they are a level apart. On their best days, you can't touch them. Not especially on days like these. And you can see it's been a great show for them today. They're gonna have a brilliant time for the rest of the day. Whatever it is they're gonna be doing, this is a win that they will carry forward. And not to forget that they are going to be enjoying not just the spoils of this victory, but them moving further on in this tournament as well. So you also should be moving on further in your life to find some more products from Amazon, as those are the ones that are going to get you to on the way to becoming a great pro player if you ever want to be. At some point, it's all about getting the right gear for yourself. So get those headphones, get the keyboard, get the monitor, microphone like Abrasive did, a brand new PC for all you care. But go ahead and check out that sale.
Check out the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale. All the links down below in the description. We have it all set up for you down there. You don't even need to type the word Amazon in. Just click on the link. Go over there, see what suits your fancy for the next big upgrade, because you do need to remember that we got a lot of incredible deals from the side of HyperX as well, up to 55% off on a lot of different products. And hey, if you also put in the code Amazon Gaming on checkout, you get another 5% additional discount. So a lot of discounts just adding on up. You're going to save a ton of money, and you can use that money to buy candy or even other things as well. You never really know. So in that sense, that's going to be all that we have for you for today. An incredible set of 2 games that we did have from these 2 squads. They fought through thick and thin, but right at the very end, it was Velocity closing everything out here. But for now, we're going to be signing on off. That's all that we have for you for today. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by none other than Universe. And hey, we're going to be signing on off, and we're going to be back with a lot more action tomorrow with the Esports Club and also the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. Goodbye and happy gaming.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. don't need to do the things we don't wanna do.